after I make that thing. Oh. What? Steven Parks, what's up, brother? Steven Parks, what's up, brother? Oh, sitting here carving away, carving a wooden spoon. I figured y'all could watch me do it. So far. I gotta tell somebody I'm live. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I gotta let these boneheads know I'm live. I told everybody I'd be live on Friday, so we can know where I am. Where I am. Keep falling asleep. Wake up, going where I am. What's up, Barbara? Oh man, I tell you what, this is hard wood, boy. I just let you all see what I'm doing here. Carving this heel in on this spoon. I decided I wanted to make myself a wooden spoon. I've been making everybody else wooden shit, nothing for myself. This is black walnut, man. Is this tough? Whew. I almost want to say it's mahogany, but I'm pretty sure it's walnut. Mahogany ain't this tough. Cut my knuckle up again. 64,755. What? Hey, knuckleheads. What up, knucklehead? You didn't call me, damn it. It's a Mora knife. The Scandi knives make excellent carving knives. Most of your carving knives have Scandi grinds on it. Ooh. This was a log when I started. About an 8-inch log, and then I split it to get the section of wood I wanted out of it. Ooh, man. Yeah, and this is when I bought off of Deep South a couple weeks ago. Carbon, carbon more. Seth's gonna get that pocket drop I made him tomorrow in the mail. Can't wait till he sees that. Hi, kitty, kitty. Following you, want to go back out again. These cats, they just want to keep going outside. It's not really that cold. It's probably 29 degrees. Yeah, this is the more Scandi grind. It's one of the Scandi grind, one of the best knife blades you can use to carve with. Gotta get my shape a little more defined here. I can start carving the spoon out. Still gotta bring this in some more. I wish you'd shut up. Damn, you drive me nuts. There's
one black cat out there. So.
Huh?
You can check on the. There's one out.
One out?
Yeah. So.
Okay, I'll go out and try to get it in later. Looking good. I gotta get this roundness here to where I want it. So when I carve my bowl or my spoon out, it's at the right shape. I gotta make me a leather chest guard. One thing I haven't done. Boy, I tell you, this black walnut's something else. It's nice to carve, but man, it's tough too. You know what? You only grow old being a candy ass, right? You'll grow old quick being a lazy candy ass, right? It carves just some spots it's tough because you're going against the grain, like right now. A little at a time. I could shape it with a sander if I wanted to, but what fun is that, right? I'm sitting down here reading one of my favorite books I just got. I only got the 19 pages. 50 cents at a thrift store. Hatfield McCoy's and the Social Change in the Appalachians, 1860 1900. Talks about how the government basically fueled the feud. How the Appalachian, the mountain Appalachian society has been basically the government's been basically trying to change their way of life for decades, and how they revolted against it, and how it changed everything. Once again, government sticking their noses in everybody's business. Government shouldn't decide how a society is ran in general. What they did. Yeah, it is crazy history, man. I mean, this shit comes to show you how much government has to put their 2 cents in on how societies want to live. I'm getting to the point now where I just need to get my almost there. my spoon knife out. How many of you were in Beast Blades tonight? I never in 3 years have won something on Beast Blades. Never once.
They're all in. Okay?
They're all in. Okay. All right.
Don't let them out.
All righty then. I won't, because I don't want to hear you going, gee, 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 gee. Drive me nuts.
You tried me nuts.
Giddy, 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 giddy. Oh, giddy, 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 giddy. Oh, man, my poor hands. Oh, I'm getting to the point where I got to get to that neurologist. It's starting to bother me now. When I get that roundness here, see, then I get my bowl knife out and start cutting the bowl in it. I don't have the roundness I want yet. Getting there. Getting there. Let's go. Okay, chat. You heard the man. Double tap the screen, chat. Hey, double tap the shout outs, right? Super chats. Double tap the super chat. I got a bunch of shit to mail out. You guys gotta help me out with that shipping. Hit me up, super chat. $1, $2, anything. I got the wiener whistle waiting for y'all. Or your choice of call. Coyote, crow, duck, goose, boatswain's whistle, bighorn. What do you want to hear tonight, folks? Super chat will get one of them going for you. Oh, shoot. Hey, Mrs. Kim. She went upstairs. Sorry. I'll tell her you said hi. Jim said hi, honey. Maybe she'll go on the live and say hi to everybody. Go on the live. Tomorrow, tomorrow's the big day, Jim. Get yourself that knife. Wish I could see him when he gets it. Maybe you could record it when you give it to him. I want to see his reaction. He's going to love it. I'll show you guys some of my other carbons I did. I found them today in a box out in my shed. And I'll show you when I got to finish. I got a couple of them I got to finish, but I even got a smallmouth bass I started carving, and I quit working on it about 10 years ago. I want to finish it up too. Okay, let me see here. Looks like I got to come in a little more here. What up, brown sugar? Help old Gordy out. Help him pay his bills with the YouTube. I got to get more material too, so everything I get helps out, believe me. Of course, I don't get the money till the 26th, but we can get a bunch of money put together. I can get all kinds of leather and start making nice leather things and giving it away again. But it's all up to you guys. If I don't collect enough money, I'm not going to make nothing out of leather. I'll just keep making things out of wood. I got plenty of wood. I'm not giving this away. This is for me. I'm doing on me now, right now. And then I got, after this, tomorrow night, I'm going to spend some time and start that cook's cup for that one fellow I got to get to. The one that cracked, I got a dry log so I can make one out of dry wood. Maybe y'all can remember that. Yeah, let's get some money up, guys, for the leather. Like I said, I'm on an unlimited income, man. I get my pension check, it pays my bills, and I'm broke. So, I mean, I know a lot of you probably don't have a $1,900 a month mortgage like I do. That takes a lot of my extra money away. But I wouldn't trade this place for nothing that I got. Oh. Looking for that perfect purple knife. Land tax here is about 12,000 a year. Land tax in Mississippi is probably about 500 a year. I got neighbors paying 14,000 a year in property tax. Illinois got the highest property taxes probably in the whole country. Further you go down south, the less they pay. And the more we pay for them. We are a donor state. All the people that live down south in the recipient states, we pay their Social Security, their Medicare, their Medicaid. We pay a lot of their bills. That's why we are a donor state. But imagine that. Most red states are recipient states. I think it was Delaware, a donor state. They paid the most out of any state in the country at about $98 billion they pay out. And they only receive like less than $25 billion back from the federal government. Illinois pays out $74 billion. Only receives about $30 billion back. California, almost $100 billion. And they only received $27 billion back last year. So you got these people who live in red states saying how all these blue states are corrupt. Well, just remember who's paying a lot of your bills. It ain't your government, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, you guys don't pay taxes down there, Joe. We pay it for you guys. That's how the government equals out the tax dollars in appropriation to other states. You're either a donor state or you're a recipient state. Mississippi's a recipient state. They probably get about 60 to 80 billion dollars a year from 5 other states that the money is appropriated from. A lot of people don't know that, or they don't get it how it works. So, I'm telling you something about the system, how it works, unless somebody's taught you how it works. Most people don't know. The only thing that kills me is you got a lot of these recipient states calling the blue states corrupt states. Well, we'll just cut you off and see how far you get. And that's why I pay a lot of tax. But I love it up here. I love the Midwest. I like getting a break from bugs and mosquitoes and snakes and all this shit in the summer. Get a break from it all. It ain't nothing better than cozying up to a nice warm fire every winter. Well, Only 20% of what you earn, Jim, actually goes into the fund that you're getting receiving on. If you get Social Security right now, 75% of the general fund, or less than 25% of the general fund, which means what you paid into, is what you're getting. You're getting less than 25% of what you paid in. The other 75% of Social Security comes from the working man now. Whoever's working right now is paying 75% of your Social Security, not you. That's how Social Security works. 25% is paid by the general fund that you contributed to, and the other 75% is paid by those working now. That's why there's a Social Security payroll tax on everybody's earnings. It's to make sure you get your Social Security. If they didn't do that, you wouldn't get it. It's an educated... I learned that in college, Jim. The Social Security Fund program is funded 75% by the working person now. So in other words, when you work, Jim, 75% of the people that were working when you worked were paying the fund. Only 25% of what you contributed into it, you're getting back. That's it. And if you doubt me, look it up. That's not a guess. That's not an assumption. That's reality. I mean, I went to college for corporate and investment finance. I know exactly how the system works. Everything that I paid in, I know how it worked. Because I went to school for it. And if you don't go to school for it, you don't know. The ones that don't go to school for it are the ones that do have opinions. And when I say something, it's fact. It's not an opinion. If you don't believe me, just look it up. It's the way it works. 75% of Social Security is paid for by the person that works right now. Only 25% comes from the general fund that you contributed to. That's the way it works. And every state has a downfall in tax dollars. States that don't charge much for property taxes, they're the ones that have the downfalls. They're the ones that become recipient states, and that's why the donor states make up the difference. That's just the way that is. People don't look at it like this because they didn't go to school to figure it out. I'm not here to make anybody mad at my opinion, but I don't say anything unless it's right. And it's not my opinions only. It's Keynesian economics' opinion that I've studied in college, Jim. It's how the system works. It's not my opinion. Look it up. Go to school, learn it. Do whatever you got to do to figure out how Social Security is paid, and you'll find out that I'm telling the truth. In fact, I'll Google it right now. Google one thing Google don't lie about is how the Social Security fund's paid. That's right, Jerry. The old timers always said it. Keep working for me. And that's why we need more people in the trades. We need more people in the industry. We need more people working. When the baby boomers all retired, it was the biggest push of retirements in the history of the country. More baby boomers worked the longest stretch than any other generation in this country. And now that they're all retiring, we're having a shortfall of replacing them workers, them baby boomers that are retiring, by others. That's why it's important we get more people working that's replacing at the same pace as the baby boomers that have retired. And if we don't get them to pay into them Social Security taxes, then the general fund gets depleted. They got to tap into it. And then sooner or later, it disappears. You know, they created Social Security because they knew the general public in America, where governments have kept societies in their place, meaning they didn't want everybody educated. They didn't want everybody to figure out how powerful the finance world is or how to make money with their own money. So they created Social Security so the common peasants or working people would have something when they retired, because they didn't invest it when they were working, unless you were taught. But majority of people don't know how to invest money. They don't know how to make money with money. Set up Social Security for that purpose. So they basically put a society in a position where they didn't want everybody learning how to figure out how the banks work, how Social Security works, how they can get wealthy on the money they're paying into Social Security on their own. They would rather take their money and get wealthy off of it themselves and give you a fraction of it back, see? That's why they created the robber baron, see? Man, I got the softwood over here on the side of the spoon and it just makes me mad. It's like, I gotta watch myself right here because it's softer. So I almost gotta just take it all out and make the spoon less wide right here. I don't need this shit chipping out when I finish the spoon. What up, Leon? Oh, I'm careful with this knife. Believe me, I've carved things out of wood longer than you've been alive. Hey, did you all answer me? Who came here from Beast Blades anyway? Nope. Anybody leave Beast Blades and come over here? I told you all I was going live. Just want to see if anybody followed over or even paid attention that I said that. 3 years now and I haven't won nothing on Beast Blades, ever. I've been playing for 3 years. Lack of workers, Jerry, exactly. And that's why it's important that we fill the trades. You know, everybody, 70% of college students that go to college when they get out, they don't have a job in their field when they get out. And they're in debt. So it's like predatory loaning by the banks. They're in debt as much as they would be for a home. And then they don't have a job. So they got to work 2 or 3 ratty-ass jobs to be able to finance their debt before they can even think about getting a home. So We need more guys, more men and women in the trades. That's what built this country. That's what made this country what it is. Not a bunch of college grads that half of them don't even have a job when they get out. As an example, there's 43,000 architectural engineers graduating college this year alone. Less than 10,000 will actually find a job in their field. They got to pay for their loan for being there, and they're lucky to ever have one in that field. So you're better off just getting in the trades. You know. Man, I tell you what. It's getting there. It's a lot of work, folks, doing these. But they're fun. I enjoy doing it, or I wouldn't do it. When it's finished, the reward is a lot nicer. I want to make a deeper heel here. Okay. Well, Jerry, yeah, I mean, society, just like it was with the Hatfields and McCoys, the government stepped in and decided this is the way we want the Hatfield and McCoys to live, not this way. We want them to be contributors to society that they never even really wanted to get involved with. And ever since the Hatfield and McCoy days, the government's been doing the same shit over and over again. Creating a society and molding it the way that they want it to be molded. So, to be accepted in society, you would have to get involved with how the government creates it. And it's not acceptable if you didn't. So, the handouts, and that's just it. When a government creates a society the way they want it, they make it a dependent society, dependent upon a system that they're creating, correct? So when jobs get scarce and times get hard, inflation hits the dollar, they're dependent on a system that the government has in store for them. So government really hasn't ever been there to help the American people live a free life. I mean, just only making them believe that they are. You got the right to go here or there, whenever you choose. But how many societies in the mountains and, homesteaders that want to homestead, all these municipal codes that don't allow them to homestead in some of these towns all across the country. How many homesteaders? There should be more homesteaders in this country. They don't want independent American people. They want them all crushed by a system that they're creating for them. And feminism has a big role into that part. People don't understand that either. Women just didn't wake up and said, "Hey, we want everything a man's got." Well, that's fine. If you want a job, wait till you raise your kids, then go get a job. But your obligation to Christ, the church, and your family is to raise your kids, not a job. Once your kids are weaned, then go get a job. That's fine. But yeah, government's always been the foundation of society and how it leans, how it's created, how people act, how they accept each other in society. It's all been created. Now, me, I could live in the middle of the mountains and be totally dependent upon what I do and what I know. I don't need a system. I'm well prepared for it. I don't need no handouts. I can live off the land, live off the water, make everything I need by hand. I cook, clean any game I want to clean. And that's what this country needs back to make it great again. We just got to tell the government, screw you. Everybody become homesteaders and start living off the land again. Be in our own society once again. Independent from them. And that's exactly what's wrong in this country. We're stuck in a society created by our government. Nobody's talking about that. But they're feeling the impacts of it, that's all. I hear you, Tobolago. I hear you, brother. We all worked hard in our lives, you know. Only to have the government put their hands out for everything that we've got. And theoretically, you pay property tax. You're just renting your property. You don't own it. You might pay for it, but you won't get away from property taxes your whole life. You'll continue to rent the property. And then when you die, some other homeowner gets in debt over it, and the cycle just keeps going. You imagine how much by one property in 4 or 5 generations? Different families that own it. One house, what, $3 or $4 million since it was built. It's crazy. That's if it was built in the 50s. All right. Trying to get this where I like it. I want more heel here for my forefinger to sit in. I've kind of made it a little too much of an angle downward, but I'm going to make the bowl more this way. So Social Security is financed through a dedicated payroll tax. Employers and employees each pay 6.2% of wages up to the taxable maximum of $176,125, while the self-employed pay 12.4%. Total income, including interest to the combined OASI and DI trust funds, amounted to $1.351 trillion in 2023, $1.233 trillion from the net payroll tax contributions, $51 billion from taxation of benefits, and $67 billion in interest. The payroll tax rates are set by the law, and for OASI and DI apply to earnings up to a certain amount. This amount called the contribution and benefit base. A taxable maximum rises of average wages increase. Tax rates for employees and employers each under the current law. 2025, 5.3, DI 0.9, and OASI DI 6.2. So, okay, understanding Social Security's how it's funded. Understanding how Social Security gets its funding. The payroll tax, the heartbeat of Social Security. Each time you receive a paycheck, you might notice a deduction label of FICA, FICA, or OASDI. This isn't just another annoying financial abbreviation. It stands for Federal Insurance Contributions Act. Old age survivors insurance. These deductions are the main engine behind Social Security funding. Employees and employers contribute. As of 2023, employers contributed 6.2% security, with employees matching this contribution. For the self-employed, the task is doubled to 12.4%. Social Security trust funds. Aside from ongoing contributions, Social Security is buttressed by the trust fund. When payroll taxes generate surplus revenue, these excess funds are deposited there. So it gets down to basically all these taxes in funds that the fund makes, and the employees contribute up to 70% of the fund, general fund, to the general fund. The person that works only paid in 25%. But a majority of the fund comes from Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid. It comes from the working man. That's the way it's always been, and that's the way it'll always be. That's not opinion, that's fact. Well, yeah, the country, yeah. But, there's a reason why the fat cats in Washington get rich off of a $175,000 a year salary, right? They come out with 130, 140 million in their pockets when they're done. And then that's if they don't become a lobbyist afterwards. They'd make even more. Everything's a scam with the government. It's all the banks, it's all the government scamming the American people. If they would actually teach the American people how to invest their own money, if it was mandatory in schools where kids actually learn something like that, they wouldn't need government handouts so that they can rob it blind. There still is no law making property taxes and personal possession taxes illegal. Never has been. Just Americans are bullied by the IRS to pay it. Unless you become solvent, give up your Social Security, finance your own future. That's what Americans need to learn how to do. Y'all notice gold went up, doubled in price lately? I sure have. And silver's doubled in price too. Good sign that the U.S. dollar is unstable. It's always been unstable. Just not as much as it has been lately, though. Government spending too much money, making it way unstable. On stupid shit, too, not handouts. Their handouts, the biggest handouts the government gives out to the private contractors to make weapons of war. Nobody's caught on to it yet. Majority of the money the government makes goes to Halliburton, Lockheed Martin, and Boeing and the boys. Every year. Nobody cries about that. Because they got them too busy crying about immigration and everything else that's unimportant financially. That cost is minimal. You know, Russia and China spends 1/10 of what we do in their military. Who's attacking them? Where's that money going? Figure that out, people. Fat cats in Washington. That, by the way, got a $450 billion tax deduction this coming year. From yours truly. What did we get in tax deductions? Huh? What the common American people get in tax deductions? The wealthy just got $250 billion. What did you get? No, they'll give me a stimulus check and make me pay it back when I'm done. I'm just hanging out, guys. I'm just sitting there carving away, saying what's on my mind. At least I'm showing you how to do it with a knife, right? Yeah, a lot of Americans are uneducated. They don't understand how the government operates. And they believe all this bullshit that they read in social media and see on the news networks is facts. And that's the saddest part of it all. It doesn't have to be perfect because you know what? It's a spoon, right? A handmade spoon. Something handmade don't need to be perfect, right? Hey, I didn't mean to make you mad, Jim. I know you avoided my conversation now because I was being staunch in what I say. I think Big Jim gets mad at me and he just disappears. Oh, I'm still lurking, he says. Still lurking, Jim? I love you, brother. But you got to trust me when I say something. I'm not lying to you. I wouldn't lie to none of you. And I don't say shit based on... I mean, I got lots of years, decades of studying corporate finance, government finance. I know how the ball rolls. Everybody thought like me, man, we would stop them some bitches dead in their tracks. People like John Kennedy and Henry Ford warned us all. Nobody listened to him. Nobody listened to him. Must have thought it was opinions too, huh? And I'm not trying to make myself out to be a know-it-all, but I'm an educated on what I'm talking about. And, I don't like being like a know-it-all around an elderly gentleman. But if that elderly gentleman doesn't know much about reality, then I gotta be that way. Because that's just the way it is. It's the way the ball rolls. I'm not trying to step on anybody's feet. I'm just telling you all how things work. How this knife cuts through this damn black walnut, right? But yeah, I'm not trying to be a smart aleck or a know-it-all, but I'm talking about a subject that I've studied well, and I wouldn't steer American people wrong ever. The banks are the problem with this country. They're draining the wealth. They're draining our government. They're draining it all. The banks own everything. They don't answer to nobody. Until we starve them, nothing's going to change. I'm getting down to that point where I need to start carving this bowl out. Let me look at this here. I still got to get a little more swoop into it. Like right here, man. And a little more. I can get a little more out of here. I'll be happy. I call it, I always say it, Lena. You got to do your own investigation. I have a problem believing hearsay. They are too lazy to do their own research. Well, that's pretty much it. That's a society that the government's created, Jerry. You know, like George Carlin said in The American Dream, right? They don't want a bunch of Americans sitting around a table figuring out how they're getting screwed up the ass. That's totally against their agenda. They don't want the American people to know how they're sitting behind these oval desks, figuring out how to screw the American people out of even more money. And when I was a kid growing up, we had block parties, neighborhood parties. People come over, we socialized, we gathered, right? Don't do that today because everybody's afraid their neighbors are going to screw their wife. You know, misled society. We don't want our neighbors over to our house. We don't want to leave our doors open anymore. We can't. Because they created an unstable society, and that was planned that way. You know, crime pays their bills. Crime creates an employed system. Hell, some of the laws that we get away with here in the United States aren't even plausible or thinkable in other countries that can't afford to imprison. I mean, you commit adultery, they'll cut your tool off. You steal, they'll cut your hand off. Corporal punishment, man. No, they want a system to put somebody in that doesn't rehab them and put them back out on the street and let them do it again. And keep the payroll system going for it. They don't want a bunch of educated, normal thinking Americans. They want sheeple, peasants. And it's that way all around the world. There's peasants in every country. It's not just happening here. It's happening all over Europe. Europe's biggest problem is worried about China and Russia. They're going to take over Europe. Europe's going to become a has-been. There won't be no kings and queens anymore. Them all going to go away. Just fascist pigs running the world. Okay. I know you have, Jerry. You damn sure right you have. But it's hard for anybody that's like, say, on Social Security or Medicare or Medicaid. You know, you worked hard all your life, and you were led to believe that you paid for all what you're getting when you retire. And you're not. Nobody is. The government wasn't smart enough to figure out how to make a financial system to finance all that. Other than the fact they figured it out through a payroll system. And that's just the way it is. Yeah, we work hard for every dime we make, and the government takes it and gives us a little back when we retire, right? That makes sense. So don't be mad at me about that. Be mad at your government. Don't think some bozo's going to come in and make this country great again either, because they're not. Because the banks got better plans for them. And it wasn't for the banks, that the bozo that's there now would be completely financially broke. I remember when I went to North Carolina a couple years ago, 4th of July. The whole state of North Carolina loved Trump. They voted for him in the first election. And in the second election, they voted for him. And now half the state of North Carolina can't stand the son of a bitch. They're turning their backs on him. They're figuring him out, man. He's another robber baron like the rest of them. Lining his pockets just like all the rest. Diversion through social media and the internet, making you believe he's doing something he's actually not. He don't give a shit about the American people. It's all a game. It's all a show. The suckers believe it all. Any president, not just him, all of them. They're all a show. Freak show in Washington. Some people can't stomach that, though. They want to believe that things are going to get better. Well, they sure ain't financially, is it? Everything's going down in price. Yeah, okay. Since 2023, it's climbed 63%. What has it gone down? 10%? All right, let me see here. It's starting to look a little bit more like I want it. I think I'm just going to start cutting my bowl out now. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Alexia. How's it going, man? Let's see if that other tool is sharper enough. Oh, come on, man. Everything's got to fall over all the fucking time. Yeah. No, this ain't gonna happen. Oh, what do we got here? Oh my God. I need my ads. But I'm sure that's not sharp. Ugh. It's hard to do this without clamping. Ugh. Fucking thing sharp. Man, this is some tough fucking wood. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I don't mean to cuss. I need to get out of... Oh, I lost Big Jim in a hurry, didn't I? He didn't like me talking about his government. I didn't mean to make him mad. It's just the way it is, man. I love him too, man. I would do anything for Jim. You can't love a government that don't love you. Yeah, it's black walnut. It's one of my favorite things to carve. This here I started carving. I done this. This is mahogany. It's a lot easier than black walnut. But I gotta finish this thing up too, man. It's been sitting too long. Fireplace mantle. Centerpiece. Here's some more pieces I carved here. This here, I gotta put this fennel back on here. Dowel rod. That goes there. That's for the top of a clock. I made the whole thing. That'll get glued on there like that. So, I got these out. I'm gonna give them a quick sand and put them together. I might even just put these on my eBay store and sell them. You know, something like this though, it's all hand carved. You know, you're talking about 125 bucks for something like this. That's cheap, really. I want to finish carving this piece here. If you look at my Facebook page, I have one finished. It's on my Celtic Woodwright header page for my Facebook page for my Celtic Woodwright work. This is all hand carved so far, but I gotta finish it. I blew it out here, so I'm gonna have to. I think that's why I stopped. But I'll just continue carving it, and then I'll piece in this area here with some more wood. I'll take this out, glue a piece of wood in there, and then recarve it. I want to get that done. I'll put that in my eBay store. Yep. All this stuff I'm showing you I carved. Here's the sun. I never finished sand. So I gotta finish that. I'm probably gonna do a decorative flower in the middle of it. Get that done and sell it. I started this floral chipping. I didn't finish it. Tip carving. But I'll get it done. I figured I'm gonna finish some of the projects I started. These have been sitting out in my shed for some time. Here's a sunburst that I did. Be another centerpiece for a fireplace. This is out of mahogany. Then I done these different kinds of woods. You see this goes together like this. Or you can do it this way, but most commonly like that. So I carved these two identical. And then this is what you call a scallop shell. But I'll finish that. Maybe put it on a fireplace mantle or something. These could be put on fireplace mantles. That's basically what they are. They're carvings for mantles. And I started a lion's head here and I never finished it. I got it roughed out, but I started to get into detail in the eyes and then I quit. But this could be a centerpiece for a door. Put a ring in its mouth and, you know, big eye hook in there and then a big ring come around and strike the door. There you go. Thanks, Lion. Yeah, I could sell it. That's why I want to get it all done so I can sell it. I'm gonna sand this down and refinish it, but this goes over a wine bottle right here. The neck of the wine comes through here. Then you hang both of your wine glasses, so it suspends on a wine bottle, and you hang two wine glasses on it. I just word burn that in there. Live, love wine. It's wine o'clock. So you can put either side up. I made a bunch of these and sold them before at craft shows. And this is probably one of the last ones I've had left. So I took some plywood and I glued the plywood together. I think 2x2 blocks. See here? 3 pieces 2x2, 3 pieces 2x2 together. So I'm going to cut that down. I cut that down and I stain them and I make coasters out of them. There's a couple more here yet I got to stain. So I'll get a lot of them out of it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll get another 12 out of this. We make pretty cool little coasters. All right, Cindy. We'll talk to you later, girl. God bless you. Thanks for stopping in. As tough as this is, I like to finish it tonight, but I'm going to have to put it in the vise and gouge it out. I got my bowl gouges here. Takes it out pretty quick. But I'm going to do that some other time. My wrists are getting tired. I've been at it for a couple, 2-3 hours on that already. So, here's some more coasters. This one broke. But I made some out of spalted maple here. Just got to finish them. That was pretty too, man. And it broke. Then these here, what the heck is this? Hold on. I got the wrong one. This one, it looks like when I'm done, these coasters here, this is spalted maple. And then I got 2 more here. A set of 3. What it is, you see, I'll get the edges done like that and sand them down real nice, but I put a washer in them and I make a bottle opener out of it. So you could pop your beer bottle open with your coaster. So this will get shaped into a bottle opener too. On here. So I can make a set of 3 here. But these are already given away. I gave them to Stacy Bolster Blades. So I'm gonna finish these 3, and the set of 3 I'm gonna send to her for the stuff she sent for my 3,000K giveaway. So yeah, I mean that's just glued in there. I got to get little screws and put them in here, and then grind them flush. But I got to finish that so she can get them. So I found them. Now I can finish them and get them off to her. This one's done. I just need to put some varnish on it. All 3 of these will match somewhat. They'll be the same size when I'm done. I'll cut them down to be perfect to the first one that I finished. That's a pretty cool idea though. Pop a top, put it on there. I'm going to catch about 4 hours of sleep, then head to the flea market tomorrow. Thanks for the time, Warden. You're killing me, Jerry. All right, brother. God bless you, man. Call me tomorrow if you remember. You didn't remember today. I think the Bears play tomorrow night. I'll be watching the Bears game tomorrow night. I'm probably gonna go to my brother's bar and watch it. Yeah, my hands are killing me. I could keep going, but I just don't want to. That's pretty tough. I'm gonna have to gouge that out in the vise. But it'd be a nice little spoon when I'm done. All right. Yep, you be safe too, man. I had to cut this thing off. You can see where it was glued on here. It broke apart on me, so I had to take the wood down and reset it. Now it's back to normal. But she can carve now. That's what I started my spoon with. So I'll probably just throw this away. Put another, I don't know, I could probably wrap it back on here if I wanted to. Take this old lace out of it. It protects the wood. This is a steel hatchet I got at the hardware store. Remember, it had an orange handle and I sanded it down and made it a custom hatchet. I like a shorter handle though when I'm carving away on stuff. That's why I made it. I wanted a carbon hatchet. I can glue this back on, but see here where that's taken out instead of the wood. See, it protected the wood perfectly. I'll probably just put a new piece of leather on it. Yeah, I could if I wanted to. I could sew that back on there. Lace it back on. All right. I gotta sweep up my floor here, man. I got all these wood chips everywhere. Wood chips on everything. You see, trying to grab my knife while carving. Grab the wood chips as they were falling on the floor. A little carving area over there where I started carving my spoon. fell on the floor. Jerry Shelby's stick. Almost threw that away, man. Can't throw that away. Oh. Okay. What can I do now? Man, I got a mess going here. I'm gonna put all these knives away. I got knives all over my table here. Good pattern. Pattern for what? What are you talking about? Did I forget about something I was talking about? I'm out of drink. Man, I'm gonna have to go up and make me some coffee. Gene Jensen said hi. What's up, Gene? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's easy to cut leather around that hatchet. Just fold it around it and scribe it and cut it out with the scissors. But yeah, I can use the old pattern for sure. You know? Man, am I blowing up here or what? Holy cow. Y'all looking at my beard hairs. That's much better. Oh. Man, knives everywhere. Oh, there that baby is. I was wondering where that knife went. What else I got shoved in here? Oh, my toothpick holder. Wonder where that was too. All right, put these knives back. All right. I got this watch from Jerry Shelby. Man. I bought this off of Jerry Shelby for $60. The let's see if I can zoom in on it. Man, my hands are tore up. Look at that. But yeah, look at the dial was all scratched and cloudy when I got it from him. So I sanded it to 50,000 grit. Now it's nice. And this is a mechanical watch. This is a wind up. You know, this ain't a quartz bulova. And I set the time last night when I finished it, and it's exactly 5 after right now, 1. So it's keeping great time. 2 after. Oh, it's actually a little fast. It's a couple minutes fast. This is what I'm wearing tonight. My Snowflake Seiko quartz. What are you doing, kitty? Huh? What are you doing? You just decided you're gonna come up here and say hi? Huh? Where's the other one at? You guys usually travel in packs. Yep, it's psoriasis, man. I mean, you do not want this, believe me. I'll put some. I got this here pine tar. Look at this gray. Looks like some kind of compound I rub on knives to polish them. Yeah, and it's getting worse. So I'm gonna go and see my dermatologist, and they're gonna do some blood tests on me and see how high of a dose of the medicine I need to clear it from my skin. I gotta get rid of it, man. This is just bugging the hell out of me anymore. It's starting to get dry and cracking on me, and just terrible, man. Busted my nose. It takes the chapness away. Hi, kitty, kitty. Say hi to everybody. Huh? Say hi to everybody. Kitty, kitty. I think I might have a lady coming to get this one. Oh, she goes, oh, you got a peach color one. I want it. So, we'll see. I got 6 kittens to get rid of. I'd rather take care of them than give them to somebody that's not going to take care of them or take them to a shelter. That's the last thing. But I got to get them all fixed so they don't multiply. I have the stuff mostly on my face. Oh, that's terrible. I don't have it on there yet, but I do have it on my ass cheek and my lower back. I tell you what, and that's my knees and my elbows. You don't want it on your ass cheek, believe me. It sucks. And every time you get a scar, like when I cut myself, it turns into this. You know what I mean? Like that there where I cut my thumb open. That'll turn into psoriasis. I appreciate it there, Anamana Parga Papa. However you pronounce your name. That's nice of you. Thank you. We'll call you Papa for short. So now I gotta go on eBay and find a nice little bracelet for this bulba. It's a mechanical. It's keeping it's gained 2 minutes in 24 hours, so that ain't bad. It's working perfect. You should have seen this dial when I started, man. It was all cloudy. That diamond paste, man, polished this thing right up. 50,000 grit. And I went through all the papers. I went from 120 sandpaper all the way up to 3,000 grit wet sandpaper. And then I went to the diamond. The diamond paste. I started out here with after the 3,000 sandpaper. This is the last sandpaper I used on it. Then I went to 5,000 diamond compound, 5,000 grit. And then I went to 14,000 grit. And then I went to 50,000 grit. So that made that thing shine. I'm gonna do my eyeglasses with it too. Get the scratches out of my eyeglasses. Works nice. I can bead one if you want. What do you mean bead one? Bead one if you want. Oh, you like the sack of shit? Right there. That's my sack of shit. Well, I'll tell you what that's for. When you buy them uh, shit seasonings from the Big Cock Ranch, they make all these different seasonings called no shit, aw shit, chicken shit, good shit, badass shit. And then they got two different seasonings for dips. One's for blue cheese, and then the others are for cream cheese to make a sweet dip, strawberry dip, and the other one's for sour cream to make a potato chip dip. With a sack of shit, you get all them different shit spices in the bag when you order them. I have my toothpick holder shoved in there. Uh, you can bead one if you want. Oh, Watchman? That's cool. This is 14 karat gold plated. It's not solid gold, it's gold plated. I did score on a pocket watch the other day. Solid gold. I talked the lady into selling it to me for $10. A solid gold pocket watch. And it works. Just the watch body itself is worth about $2,300. I got it off her for $10. Show me some pictures of what you can do, Gene. It's got to be something that looks gold, you know what I mean? And it's got to have a clasp on it so you can. What do you want, kitty? I'm not letting you outside, so forget about it. You're not going out. Nope. I got this one here, but that's the wrong way. This one, I gotta look at it. It's a pretty women's watch. I need to put these on my. I got a lot of watches I need to put on my eBay store. Even if I just sell them for $10 a piece, you know what I mean? Just to get rid of them. I gotta see who made this one. Oh yeah, this is a Seiko quartz. What the hell is on that crystal? Huh. I think that's in the inside. It might be. Seiko quartz, man. This is a $50, $60 watch right here. It's a small one. It's got a nice clasp on it too, boy. What do you want, kitty? Huh? Shut up. You're not going outside. No. No, you're not going outside. Uh-uh. Probably just needs a battery. Yeah, the battery's out. Man, I gotta see what's up with this crystal. No, I can't see that. That release. Might be right there. This might be small enough. I think it's just too big. Yeah. Man, smaller battery yet. That's the smallest one I got. I can make it with metal looking beads. That's my page link. I can make it. Where's your page link? Gene Johnson, 4593 is your page link. Where is my small pen? It ain't small enough. Try to take this stump, this crown out of here. I'm gonna be able to. That ain't it. Is the other one it? One of these holes you push in and the crown releases. Man, I ain't got it small enough to get in there. I thought it was this one. It ain't that one. Shut up. I can't get it to release. Of course I can't see this damn thing. Hi, kitty. Now you're gonna get my way, ain't you? What are you doing? Huh? What do you think you're doing? I have to go to my granddaughter's. Is over and she just woke up. Good night, Barbara. All right. God bless you, girl. We'll see you again. I'll probably be live again Sunday. Thanks for coming and appreciate everything you do. Yeah, I mean, if you could do something, Gene Jensen, you know, with the like this, I like the silver and the gold. You know, make the silver and the gold, and then put some kind of clasp on it or something if you can get it. Man, this ain't small enough to push on this little hole. Usually you push right here, man, and that crown comes right out. This ain't gonna happen. I have to take this cover plate off. Probably gonna need a 1/2 millimeter screwdriver. Quit. Look out. No. Hey. Get out of there. Come here. Lose that screw. Look how tiny that screw is. That's a 1/2 millimeter screwdriver. I'll zoom in on it so you can see it. Look at that screw. This is a 1/2 millimeter screwdriver. And I don't know if you guys know how small a millimeter is. It's just bigger than the end of a pin needle. See, here's the end of the needle. It's tiny. Take this cover plate off now. Oh. Oh, there's 2 screws. There we go. One screw there. One screw there. There's the cover plate. Now I should be able to get that stem off. Look at that thing. Come on, man. Does the damn thing screw off? What in the hell? Come out now. Come on. There it goes. Got it. Finally. And the movement. Alright. Now, the crystal. Looks like it's got some gunk on the inside of it. I need it. Yep, that's what it was. A little bit of junk on the inside. Huh, the crystal come out. All right. See if we get this thing back together. Just compression fit, really. Not that one. I gotta glue it. Yeah, it's not gonna go back in there for me. Yeah, it's gonna have to be glued in. Ugh. Oh, come on. Would you stay in there? Let that glue set up, I guess. Good evening, Bengals fan. What's up, brother? Look at that, I got glue all over the son of a bitch table. Talking about a tiny ass watch. You gotta have patience working with these things, guys. This is called Radico. It's like a horologist or a watchmaker's watch putty. It picks up shit and dirt. I use it for holding on the hands when I set them on dials. Come on out of there, would you? Pick it up. This little piece of glue is being stubborn. There, got it. Such a beautiful watch. I don't want to see it not get used, you know? What up, Bengals fan? Okay. So this is the 12 o'clock position. God damn it. The more I pick this thing up, the more shit falls off of it. Let me get a little screw started, huh? Come on. Get in there, screw. Wow. Upside down. You guys even see that screw right there? If I was to launch this, I would never find it. Oh, I got one in. That's a miracle. One more. Ah, I ain't kidding you, man. This thing's like a half a millimeter wide. Ah, that's it. Got them both in. I'm using a .06 millimeter screwdriver. Put the stem back in. Oh, come on now. Don't fall out on me. There she is, back together. Now, here we go. Nice. Okay. That just needs a battery and it's good to go. People talking shit again on my page. What'd they say? What's up with the fingers, dude? Yeah. We don't need you. We don't need you. See you later. Okay. Got it back together, everybody. All it needs is a battery now. Clean that shit off the dial. It was on the inside. I had to take it apart to do it. This actually had a chain on it at one time. You can tell because of the rings there. See these rings? The chain goes to both sides so it doesn't separate. But that's a nice watch, man. Seiko quartz. Japanese movement. Seiko quartz. Just like mine. Seiko quartz. This is the snowflake pattern. They call that snowflake. It's one of my favorite patterns on a dial. Yeah, Alexander Rodriguez, he just don't have any clue about what's going on with my hands. I love it when people come in like that. Uneducated, like most young kids. What's wrong with your hand? It's called life, bro. Be happy you don't have to live with it in your life. Ah, I'll get them fixed. See this neurologist. Okay, there's a beautiful watch. This will be a beautiful watch once I get a band for it. See if I got another lady's beautiful watch here. Here's another Seiko quartz I got to get a band for. I love this thing. I am a Seiko fan. Big time. Best movements in the world right there, Seiko. Hands down, blows the Swiss away. You can have your fancy Rolex. I'll take my Japanese movement Seikos any day over them. I'm going to get the, now this is the Seiko quartz. I've got one like it that I'm working on. Same snowflake, but it's a manual wind. Not an automatic, but a manual wind. I'm putting it back together. Same snowflake. Only one watch I gotta get is a Seiko Grand snowflake, but that's gonna put me back about $7,000. It's either I get that or a motorcycle. I figure, you know what? I won't lose no money on the Seiko Grand watch. I will on the motorcycle. So next summer I'll get me a Seiko Grand. That'll top my collection in the Seiko. This one's a Bulova though. These two are Seikos. That's a Bulova. I want to get this one back together here. I'm going to get a new movement for it. It needs to be spun. The movement's out of it. I'm just going to get a new movement. I could buy these for like 24 bucks online. Swiss Army. So I'm going to get the new movement for it. Love the Swiss Army watches. Get like and watch your money go bye-bye, right? I get a watch and it'll be worth twice as much as that bike will be worth. In fact, as soon as you go out the showroom floor of that bike, you lose half of its value of what you're paying for it. I buy a $7,000 watch, it's going to be worth $14,000 in 2 decades. I'll get more enjoyment out of the watch than the bike. I've had my share of bikes, dirt bikes, mountain bikes. I had all kinds of bikes. I don't like driving them anymore with the stupid people on the roads. I'm not going to take a chance. I'd rather have a luxury watch than a Chinese-made Harley. There's another lady's watch. That's pretty. Here's another one I gotta get a movement for. What is this? This is Swiss Army too, I think. Yeah. I gotta find the... I'm gonna put these together. What's this go to? Huh. That's whatever it is. Where's the movement for that one? U.S. Army. U.S. Timex. I want to start collecting the military watches that were issued during the war. This one's all scratched to hell. Can't even read that damn thing. What the hell? Beverly Hills, it says on it. Beverly Hills. Yeah, and your mouth looks like you ran out of tampons. It's called psoriasis, idiot. Go away. We don't need you here. All the trolls, all the punk ass kids, man, with nothing else to do than talk shit about people, are showing up. Welcome in, you morons. Well, obviously that movement ain't in here. That sucks. I gotta find it now. I gotta find my movement for this. I know I took it out. Yeah, one day I'll probably get another bike, but I ain't no hurry. I'd rather get the watch first. Armatron. That needs a new crystal. That's got to be the back for it. Definitely need a crystal on that. Oh, get on there. Some of these watches just need a little TLC. But that dial's perfect, man. I get a new crystal for that. That's a beautiful Armatron. Just needs a new crystal. I like these bracelets. Wish this thing would pop on. What's holding it back? Oh, man. Huh. Well, I'll just leave it in there with that. Old Timex. Uh-huh. This needs a new crystal too, but man, these dials are all nice. Old school. It's probably made in the 70s. That's when the quartz watches took off. This is an Indiglo too. So all they got to do is get a new crystal for it. The body looks in great shape. Look at this old relic. It's, oh my God, cheap is cheap here. Crystal on that's cracked. Geneva. It's seen better days. I throw that one away. I think I got these from Big Jim. Paytech and Roker? Never heard of them. Another cheap one. I gotta get a band for this one. Big old fossil. This is in excellent shape. Another woman's watch. Armatron. Just polish it up. I'll probably put all these on my eBay store for $10 a piece. Put batteries in them, get them running. Another Timex. Look at that relic of a band. 70s. That's when the quartz watches took off. Started putting these automatic and manual ones out of business for a while. Now everybody wants the automatics and manuals. This one's pretty. I gotta find a back for it. I got it somewhere. Yeah, this one's a manual here. Works great. 205, I got 207 on it. It's 2 minutes fast in 24 hours. And this little guy. Never even heard of it. You know what? This is real gold. See that stamp? 0.585 Beverly Hills gold. This is real gold. This whole watch. This whole watch is gold. There's probably $500 in gold right there. The band's gold. The dial's gold. Gold has went up over $2,000 an ounce overnight. I mean, it's like almost 4,300 now. Last month it was 2,300 an ounce. Now it's like 4,300 an ounce. So there's probably about, I don't know, probably 18 grams of gold there. 25.6 grams make 1 ounce. So I bet it's at least $1,200 worth of gold right there. I bet you anything. Everyone going night night. Yep, the watches are boring, y'all, ain't they? Oh, good night. Let me know when you get your knife, brown sugar. I sent you the tracking number. Yeah, I got the movement for this. I just gotta find it. I took it out. I know where I put it. I just gotta get it. Put all these away. Yeah, that whole thing's real gold, man. When you got real gold, you're welcome. Thanks. God bless you, girl. We'll see you probably Sunday. If a watch is stamped, a case on a watch is stamped with numbers, this case 0.585, there will be 0.285, or it'll be 0.750. That's the real gold stamp. In this case here it says Beverly Hills Gold. $14K. Beverly Hills Gold. See the numbers? That's clear sign that this is real gold. All gold cases, whether it's a pocket watch or a regular watch, if you see numbers stamped on it like that, that means it's real. Like I said, there's probably about, in the price of gold today, there's probably $1,200 in gold on this watch right now. I could sell it as is to the market for $1,200. even if I took the dial out of it. If it was running and I cleaned up and it had a clear crystal in it, I could probably get $1,500 for the watch. Did Bangle go to bed too? What up, Bangles? Everyone's going night night, he says. I bored everybody with my watches. All right. I get all these women ones together and something. This one here I need to leave out. I gotta actually, I'm gonna take the dial out of this and weigh it so I know how much gold I got there. Like I said, it's probably about 14 grams. Just under, just over a half ounce. And like I said, 1 ounce of gold went through the roof. It's like at 4,300 an ounce now. So this could be anywhere between $1,400 and $1,800 in gold. Somebody just gave it to me. I think Jim gave it to me. Big Jim gave this to me. I don't think he knew he was giving me real gold. Want it back, Jim? He's lurking. I know he's lurking. I'm going to leave this one out. I would have kept it. Nope, not you. Okay. I'm just checking. Somebody gave it to me. I might have got it from Charlie. I don't know. He sent me some watches too. But then again, I might have got it at a... I was at a... Man, look at that old school Timex there. I was at an estate sale, and I bought a couple watches. I gotta go get the pocket watch and show you guys the pocket watch I got. I made the lady was she owns this thrift store, and she was pulling shit out of a box to sell. She didn't know what was in there, and a bunch of shit, bunch of Japanese currency in there and Canadian currency, and then she pulls this pocket watch out of there. What's the big one here? This is a Fossil watch. I got this from Dummy, Arizona EDC. I took the band off of it and used it on another watch. So now I'm gonna, because I didn't have a battery in it. All I gotta do is put a battery in it. I collect Fossil watches. I got 27 of them now. 27 Fossil watches. So I'm gonna get a nice band for it. I'll probably order one through Fossil. I gotta see what my lug size is. Yeah, this is a honker here. I'll show you. Hold on. I was going to show you about the difference in watch cases when they're made. This being real gold. And you can tell, look at that clasp, man. It even says 14K on the clasp. So this whole thing's gold. Now, like I said, there's $1,500 worth of gold right there. You wouldn't think so on such a small watch. But like I said, gold has shot up $2,000 an ounce in the last month and a half. Silver's doubled too. It used to be like 23 an ounce. It's now $52 an ounce. But see this one here? This is a pocket watch. And it's gold. And I'll show you. This is what you look for in watches. If you guys are at flea markets and you're looking for gold, you can get these pocket watches not running. And if they got real gold bodies, get them. I mean, if you got a size 16 pocket watch like this versus a 3 here, if this was real gold, that would be about $800 worth of gold. But these size 16s, now this is just sterling silver. Damn thing open or what? But anyways, yeah, I'm working on the watch. Uh, if this was real white gold or gold, the whole case at this size, well, then you're looking at about 2,400, maybe $3,000 worth of gold. If this was real gold, I mean at this size. But this one here, if this was real gold, this would be about 1,400 just in gold. But it's not, and here's how you tell. Hold on. Look at that. Oh, God, I hate dropping my knives, man. Jesus. Look at that beautiful movement in there. Isn't that beautiful? I just bought this one not too long ago. I gotta service it because it doesn't want to stay running. The spring's messed up in it. I could tell by cranking it. So anyways, all right, now if you look in here, what's got stamp? Somebody put something on that. From, okay, well, you can't really, it's going to be hard for you to see it. See it there? See the things that look like the law things, you know, with the weight? Above that serial number. If you see that mark with that badge above it, you know, looks like a vase, you know, for putting flowers in. And it says 10 on it. If you see that mark there, looks like a vase. Or these marks here with the two counterweights. Well, it's not real gold. It's gold plated usually. And then when it's gold plated, it'll tell you how long it'll last. This one says 20 years. See, when it says, it'll either say 10 years, 20 years, 25, in some cases say 30 years. Guaranteed to last 10 years. This one says 10 years. No, 20 years. So this is gold plated. It's not solid gold. That's how you tell. If it has an indication that it'll last 10, 15, 20, 25 years, that means it's gold plated. So there's probably about, if you melt this down, probably about $50 worth of gold on it. And then you can tell too, the sides will be more flawless than the backs where the wear is. This one hasn't worn hardly at all, but this is a beautiful watch. That's why I bought it. It's an Elgin, made in Elgin, Illinois in 1923. I'm yet to service this one. I ain't gonna touch it until I get I'm getting a digital scope so I can see everything clear as day when I work on things. But now I'll go up and I'll get my gold watch, the one that I swindled a lady out of it for $10. Yeah, this is a beautiful watch, ain't it? Made in Elgin, Illinois. I collect Elgins, of course. I collect anything Chicago, Illinois. Elgin was bought out. They actually became what was called the Illinois Watch Company. Elgin made the most watches, pocket watches, out of any company in the world. In Elgin, Illinois, they made over 80 million pocket watches, whereas Hamilton made like 60 million pocket watches. The Swiss makers only made like 30, 40 million pocket watches. Just to give you an idea, Elgin was the leader when it came in, the turn of the 20th century. They made the most pocket watches. Elgin did in Elgin, Illinois. Then it became Illinois Watch Company, and then it became Springfield Watch Company. But Elgin was the start of it. They started making watches in the mid 1800s. Look at that dial though. Isn't that beautiful? I think I paid $180 for it. Man, it just got a lot of character to it. So I'm gonna get me a beautiful chain for it. So let me go upstairs and get my gold one. And then I gotta get something to drink anyways. Hold the fort there, Big Daddy. I'll be right back. Looks like radium. Well, radium was used on a lot of dials, you know, especially in the hands when they had luminous in it. Even today, a lot of watchmakers use radiant luminous so that their hands glow. Look at this thing's working. Look at the second hand going. But no, that's some gold plated inlay. It could be real gold in there. Who knows? But just look at the hands. I mean, look at how brilliant and blue they are. I mean, they're just beautiful, man. I had to buy this piece. So let me go get my gold one. And I can get something to drink. Man, I tell you that mother cat, she likes staying outside. It's 23 degrees out. She's just laying there on my bench. Okay, I showed you the markings on that that indicates that it's gold plated. And the markings on this indicating that it's real gold. This one's real gold. It's like a rose gold. Now, you can't see it, but you might be able to. Right there. That says, I gotta get my glass on to look at it. I think it's 0.25 or something like that. Ah, I need my eyepiece. That ain't the indicator. Let me show you here. By the way, this is a rose gold, but it's solid gold. We're not solid, but it's 14 karat gold. Look at the movement on this thing. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the winding works. Look at the detail on that. Liverpool, England. Thomas and Russell and Sons, Liverpool, England. Swiss made. I got to do a service on it. It doesn't want to stay running. Here's the serial number. It's a jeweled watch, probably 17 jewels. 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 2 screws missing. That's what holds it in the case. When I got it, somebody tried to work on it and wasn't successful. Now, if you look inside the cases, see a lot of times cases that are made by independent makers and not necessarily the watch company itself. Most, even Elgin, had a lot of, like half of their watch cases made by outside contractors. Now, if you look on this one, it's got 9.7375 here in a serial number. Now, if you go to the first case, open the first case up, this is the movement. It just verifies that's gold. Okay. Now, when you see letters like this, symbols, great indication is it's solid gold. And here's the indicator. 0.375. Right? TRAT is the maker of the case. But these symbols here symbolize real gold. And if you see a number, again, like I said, 0.376 or 3.75, 0.250, 0.550, or 0.750, it's real gold. Whenever you see a point and 3 successive numbers after it, like I said, there's 275, 375, 550, and 750. And then these symbols here always indicate real gold. There's just something about these symbols that I got to look more into. Then here's the serial number of the case. See, the serial number of the case is different than the serial number of the watch. 9227. In some cases, they're not. Some cases, they're the same. Come on, open up. I gotta get me a watch opening tool. Come on, pop open. Ah. There. $75201 is the watch movement. So that tells me that this case was made by a different company. 9227. See, the serial numbers don't match up. And that's usually the case when the cases are made elsewhere. If they do match up to the movement, then you know that the company made the movement and the case. But there it is. You see them numbers with a dot 270 dot 375 dot 350 or 550. You know it's real gold. Unlike the other one, like I said, see this one here shows it here on the outside of the case. And clearly this tells you it's Beverly Hills gold, which is a good indicator too, but see, 0.585, 14K, Beverly Hills gold. And then there's that one of them symbols again. So that's what you got to look for, them abbreviated numbers, you know. And if it's not real gold, like I said, it'll tell you. Most watch companies' cases will say it. Keystone. Whenever you see Keystone, that is an indicator that it's gold plated. Keystone always gold plated watch. They didn't make real gold cases. And then here's that bad symbol that I was telling you about. That means gold plated with the weighted anvil there. And then here it says right there, guaranteed for 20 years. That means it's guaranteeing that this gold plating will stay on here for 20 years. That means it's gold plated. It's not real gold. But this one is. So in reality, you got like probably $75 in gold in here if it was melted down. And then if this was melted down, you know, size 18 watch here versus the size 3. Size 18 watch, this melted down for just its gold value at $4,300 an ounce. This thing will probably come in at, I want to say 22 grams, 24 grams maybe. And there's 26 grams in an ounce. So this could be like a little over $3,000 in gold right here. And when the lady had it at that store, that thrift store, she was looking at it. She didn't know watches. And I had to have it. I only had like 30 bucks in my pocket. I'm like, I'll be damned if she's going to tell me she wants my last $30. I says, you want to sell that? She says, sure. What do you want to give me for it? I says, well, looks like a fake rose gold. I says, I don't know. You take 10 bucks for it? She kind of gave me a funny look, but then she looked at me again. She goes, okay, I'll take it. So I just made about $3,000 on the deal. I'm terrible, I know. But that's how you make money. People that don't know what they're doing. You know, if she's going to be in a thrift store business, she's got things coming into her store. If she don't know watches, she better learn quick. You know, there's people out there that'll even these. They'll melt these down, take the bodies out of them. They'll sell the dials out of them. You know, for 10, 20 bucks. Maybe get 30, 40 bucks in gold out of this. But this here, they get these too, and they'll sell the dials. This dial's worth $100, and then they'll melt down this gold, and they'll get like half to 3/4 ounce of gold out of it. You know what I mean? You all with me still? So I probably got about $3,000 right there in gold, just sitting right there. And I'm always out looking for a gold pocket watch nobody knows the price of. You know what I mean? And this was the case. You're the only one here, I think. Everybody's swatched out. They want to see knives. I gotta clean this crystal. I ain't gonna do it tonight though. Yeah, I'm gonna list these on in my eBay store. I gotta get rid of these things. I was giving them away there for a while. I got a bunch of watches here. I'll just sell them for $10 a piece on my eBay store. They're all new, never been used. They're just collecting dust and dirt now. I got a lot of the books and stuff with them. Look at that. Still got the plastic wrap on it. This is, you hang from your chest. Some cool watches, $10 a piece. Y'all can find them on my eBay store. I'm gonna start listing them. I mean, these were $22 probably 10 years ago. Look at the plastic still on the dial. I think they'll go for $10 a piece. That was working. I'm gonna have to pull this thing out to save the battery. There. Nice little watch. It's got a date thing on it. Works fine. Brand new. $10. Can't go wrong, right? Fishing gear. The fishing watch. I tell you that the fishing time zones. Look, it's got one fish on it. The thing's working right now. See the one fish in there? Either there'll be 4 fishes across there if it's the best time to fish. Saturday the 12/13. Look at it's even right. 3:52. It's an hour ahead. But the date's right and everything. Ready to go. $10. Iron Man. I gotta get rid of them. I'm gonna put them all in my eBay store. I got more upstairs too. I probably got 165 watches in my collection alone upstairs. But some of them I want to sell. Get rid of them. So, that's that. Oh, I think it's getting late and I should probably get out of here. 3 hours ago I went live, huh? Probably 4 almost. I think 3 hours is long enough. Love my Hubertus, man. Absolutely love it. Handmade in Germany. It's a $180 knife right here, guys. This wasn't a cheap knife. I got the bigger one too, but I got to get a spring in for it. I actually got that at a flea market for $20. Once I put it in a $200 knife. True. So, I keep the gold in front of me. I'm going to put this in the ultrasonic cleaner. I wonder what this will look like with this crystal off of here. I wonder if I can buy one. I'll probably find one online somewhere. Beverly Hills Gold. Somebody bought this back in the day. I bet when they bought this new in the 70s or 80s, they probably paid a good 100, 125, 150 bucks for it back then. Maybe more. I'd say about 175 being real gold back then. Man, 4,200 an ounce. I'm going to look it up. Hold on. You hitting the bed? All right. It's my birthday today. I'm 15 and I got my first job at a car dealership. Well, cool. I'm going to be getting off here too, guys. So, let me look real quick here. Price of gold. $4,328 an ounce right now. Wow. It was 2,300 about 2 months ago. It's doubled, man. Yep. Good night. All right, Megan. Congratulations on your Bailey. Is it Bailey? Okay. Congratulations on your job. I am out of here. And Henry Brazard, you have a good night too. Bengals. God bless you all. And I'll probably be live Sunday and we'll talk knives. It'll be a knife related thing. So thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one. All right. Peace.